Good morning, children. Welcome back to the Google Classroom of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. I hope all are doing well. So let's get back to our studies. In the last class, we discussed past tense. We discussed the past tense and its two forms, simple past and past perfect. And now you are perfect in forming a past perfect, I think. You know which is the form of past perfect? Had plus V3 form. V3 means the third form of the verb. Had is followed by the past participle or the third form of the verb to form the past perfect tense. So today let's discuss noun phrase. I know it's a new topic for you. Noun phrase, it's a new topic. Still, you might have heard nouns. Nouns you are studying from right from first standard itself. So you are familiar with nouns. Still, let me refresh your knowledge on nouns. What is a noun? A noun is a naming word. It is a word that names persons, places, animals, things, ideas, or any feelings. So it's a name given to anything. It's a name given to someone or something. So for example, teacher. Teacher, it's a name given to persons who indulge in the profession of teaching or who teaches. Student. Student is a name given to persons who come or attend the school for studying. So it is a name given to anything. It can be names of animals, it can be names of birds, it can be names of persons. So all these names are nouns. Now what is a phrase? Phrase is a group of words. Phrase is a group of words which doesn't give us any complete meaning. Which doesn't give any sense. Which doesn't make any sense. So for example, the eldest son. Did you get any meaning out of those words? No. I didn't refer to someone. I just told the eldest son. So you didn't get any meaning out of those words. So phrase is just a group of words that doesn't make any sense. Now what is a noun phrase? A noun phrase, it is a group of words. It is a group of words which has noun at its head. Which has a head word, that is noun, and some group of words preceding it. Preceding it means some words comes before the word nouns. So noun phrase, it is a group of words which has noun at its head and the words like determiners or adjectives are used before it. And some group of words are used before this noun. That is a noun phrase. And which are those group of words? That's what I just told. Determiners and adjectives. Determiners and adjectives are used before these nouns in order to modify those nouns. What do you mean by modify? Not to make it more beautiful or in order to describe that noun. For example, given in your textbook, a small black tin box. See here, we are describing the word box. How are we describing? We are saying that it is a small and its color is black and it is a tin box. It is made of tin. The material is tin. So this is how we describe a thing or an object. So the words that are used to modify the nouns, or in order to make the noun more beautiful or beautify the nouns, we use modifiers and determiners before the nouns. what is a determiner? Determiners are the articles a, an and the. There are many more determiners that we will discuss in some other days. But here you have to only concentrate on articles a, an and the. Which are the three articles? A, an and the. Next, you can use adjectives in order to describe the noun. What are adjectives? Adjectives are describing words. Adjectives are describing words or it describe nouns. Adjectives are the words used to describe the nouns. For example, a beautiful face. So here, which is the adjective? Beautiful. Beautiful is the adjective because beautiful is describing the word or describing the noun face. So adjective is the describing word. It describes the nouns. So here we have to use a determiner and some adjectives in order to modify the nouns. So all these together form the noun phrase. Determiners plus modifiers plus the head word noun, it forms the noun phrase. So example is already given. Again these modifiers, these adjectives is again divided into modifier 1, modifier 2, modifier 3, modifier 4. Why? When you describe a thing or a person or a thing, let it be in an order. We have to keep an order. So the modifier 1 you can mention or you can express your feelings or opinions about that object. In modifier 1 you can express the feelings. Just now I told an example, a beautiful face. So A is a determiner. Beautiful is the way you express your feelings towards that person. Now modifier 2. In modifier 2 you can mention if you want to mention about the size, you can mention in modifier 2. In modifier 3 you can mention about the color. And in modifier 4 you can mention the material. And the last, it is the head word, noun. So I'll give you some other examples. Take the example in the text itself, a small black tin box. So first the word used first is A. A is a determiner. So A comes under the column determiner. Next word is small. Small comes under the modifier. Which modifier? It comes under the column modifier 2. Because it mentions the size of that object. Next you have a small black. Black is a color. So it comes as the third modifier. Now fourth one. Is there any material mentioned in this phrase? Yes, tin. Tin is used. So tin is a material. So it comes as the fourth modifier. And the last our head word box. So a small thin box. So whenever you want to describe a noun, you have to say it in such an order. So if there are any adjectives or determiners, you have to use that first. If there are any determiners in that group of words, first use that determiner. If there is a, an or the, first use that determiner. Then you can start with the modifying words, with the adjectives. So the first adjective should be your feelings or opinions on that object or person. So the first modifier is to express your feelings or opinions on that object. Second, you can mention the size of that object or person. Third, you can mention the color of that person or object. Fourth, you can mention if there is any materials. And the last comes our head word. For example, if I am saying a cute little puppy. I saw a cute little puppy in the middle of the road. So which is a noun phrase in this sentence? A cute little puppy. Because the head word is noun. So noun should be there in that phrase. A cute little puppy is a noun phrase. So how can you classify this or categorize into these columns? First I used A. A can be classified into the category determiner. Then I used cute. So cute is a word that I used to express regarding that animal. So cute. Then I use the word little. Little can be used as a modifier too. Little, I am mentioning the size of that puppy. It's a cute little puppy. And I haven't mentioned any color or material. So you can leave that columns. Then comes our head word. Puppy. So that is how you frame a noun phrase. When you use noun phrase in a sentence, you have to go in such an order. You have to frame a sentence in such an order. Noun phrase should be in such an order. If you have to mention the feelings, opinions, it should come first. Second, if you have to mention the size of an object or person, you have to mention the size first. Then the third comes the color. If you mention the color, it comes the third. And if you mention the material, it comes the fourth. And the last, you can use the head word or the noun. So that is how you form a noun phrase in a sentence. I hope you all understood how to form a noun phrase. Now try to do the fourth activity in page number 19 of your Honeydew text. They have given some nouns and some describing words, some adjectives. I'll give you an example. There's the noun face. So how will you describe the face? You can say chubby, round, red face. See the order? I first used chubby. Chubby is a word that you use to express feelings or opinions. Then I used round. So if you want to mention shape or size, you have to use it next. Then I used color. Color, it should come in the third position. Color, I used red. A chubby, round, red face. Face is the noun or it is the head word. So that is how you frame a noun phrase. I hope it is clear for you. So try to do all other nouns using these adjectives. Try to frame noun phrase. So that's all for today. Let's wind up the session. See you in the next class.